Beyonce concert. If it's a woman at a Beyonce concert, wow. What are you doing there? I said this before on the show. You don't really see a lot of good women because you know what? Good women are somewhere being a good woman. I said that before. Good women are somewhere being a good woman.
Right.
So I'm saying to you, to my people, to my sisters, you're going to have to stop selling us out to the system. Courthouse money is bogus money. Courthouse money is bogus money. You are making a living by breeding children and taking them to the courthouse for income. That is foul.
That's abuse. That's abuse.
You say it's abuse, brother?
Yeah. I mean,
what you mean?
Well, I mean, when a man is judged by his power, but a good man is a man that has the ability to do wrong, but chooses to do right, right? And sometimes when women get power, they choose to use it for evil, but because, I mean, simply put, you know, women can't really handle power. So when they get power and they've been raised a certain way, they use it to abuse those that they love because it's a form of control that they really can't get unless they abuse people. Like most women,
litigation abuse. That's what this dude named Landon.
Yeah. So that causes men to develop a complex that's very similar to the Oedipus complex. It's called the electric complex, and that's when, as a result of abuse, you disassociate with your reality and live in a fantasy as a way to deal with the trauma. And when you're a young boy raised in a household with an abusive woman that abuses her power, that's really the only form of escape that you have, is to disconnect from reality. And then you get used to not living in a reality, and then you find a woman that allows you to continue that cycle because that's all you know. And then even though it's abusive, that's what you connect love to, is somebody telling you you ain't shit, somebody doing things out of emotion that are detrimental. You start to view that as a form of correction, when really it's not correction, it's rejection. You know, we get that flip-flop, like, you know, in the brains of somebody who's experienced a lot of trauma. You know, they can experience rejection and think it's correction. It's not correction. If you're doing something out of spite and you're using manipulative tactics to control people around you, that's rejection on all levels. You know, so you don't really realize that till you become a man and you fail with women over and over and over, and then you realize, like, God, especially when you start to snap into it and you really do something that's good intended from the bottom of your heart, and it's still manipulated into being something that's unjust or unfair, or, you know, you start realizing, like, damn, all these years I thought I was experiencing love, and I was really experiencing rejection and abuse. So, I mean, it's a tough thing for the average motherfucker to realize, because then that's when you realize, damn, my mama ain't shit.
There ain't many who got the courage to say that, but we are out of whack, and we were put here intentionally to be in chaos like we are in. I want to say this: I will never give up on the black woman, but I am aware of who you are, and I sift through what I can find that I can get to do things that can help us. And I want to give an example of that. I saw a dude on air talking about he's married to his wife, and he's only with his wife, and they raise their family. So, okay, that's good. That's good for you. But let me ask you a question. Tell me, Darlene, Craig, anybody, am I a bad guy?
No.
There's a woman that I am fond of. I've been in this position before.
Jane fond of. No, I'm joking.
There's a woman I'm fond of. I've done things to throw her licks to help her.
Right.
Now, And when I say throw her licks, I've just thrown her licks.
Right.
But I've told her, I like you. What you gonna do? Okay, we gonna get there. We gonna get there.
Yeah.
So now she want another lick.
You got a lick before you get a lick.
And I'm taking it easy. I'm saying, okay, I want to see a picture of you with no clothes on. If I send you this, you got to send me a picture of you standing there with no clothes on. Am I out of pocket for that? Please be honest with me, because I need to know.
No,
if that's your get down,
well, no,
I mean,
I want to hear Dee's answer first.
You know what I'm saying? How is it two grown people out of pocket if that's his thing? It's not like he's lying to her and saying, hey, well, promising her things that don't exist or aren't going to come to fruition. So
it's not like
I don't see it's wrong. Like, it's not like you're promising, like you're lying.
I'm not lying to her.
That's what I'm saying. So
if you're going to ask a man for something, what's wrong with him asking you to put out?
Nothing.
If I can see if somebody in a bad spot one day. Because anybody can be in a bad spot. You know what I'm saying?
Like a spot with roaches. That's a bad spot.
Right. Or like you just you low.
Yeah.
But if you low for years.
Yes, okay, sorry. Yes, it's out of pocket to some, but
how's that out of pocket?
No, I'm saying it can be. It is out of pocket for
somebody.
some.
You said you too old for that.
It can be some. Sure.
Hold on, man.
How am I too old for what? I like pussy. What am I too old for? If you want something, I'm Nate. I'll set it off. I'm Nate. I'm going to be on top of you sweating. You ain't got to move. You ain't got to like it. It's not for you.
There you go.
I was put here to remind you you're not doing what you're supposed to do in life. If you're going to ask me for something, I don't mind helping you if I can. But the reason you get from guys is because guys want to get something from you. So does that make a man foul because he asked for what he wants? And if she say, well, no, I won't do that, the guy's like, well, I'm not doing shit.
And there you go. That's just, Nobody's saying, oh, yeah, that's a good way to, conduct relationships. No, he's talking about a transaction.
Right, so I'm in a bind, Nate. Corey, listen, guess what happened? It don't matter what happened. Are you ready to get a little help?
If you're outside the house after 10 o'clock p.m. as a woman asking for favors, you know what I'm saying? Like, what are we talking about? But
and
look,
especially if they already know him. It's not like he hides.
Does that make a man who's married to his wife and only be with his wife better than me?
No.
I help the community. I help people, but you have to understand, you have to help me with my weakness.
Yeah, nobody's, you could go ahead and keep saying all the other, that's crazy, that's disrespectful, whatever. Hey, if it happens, and you just go, yeah, okay, well, thanks, all right, I checked, and then that's it, like, ooh, that guy,
Somebody say that's predator talk. Does it make me a predator? I think it's a predator to ask somebody for money.
Hey, man, look, check this out.
It'd be different if you had a business transaction officially.
We can make a business transaction. I think what I'm asking for is not much. If you want $300 because you are in a bind, whatever your bind is, I'm not judging you for being in a bind. Open the monkey.
Oh, my God. But what if they said, hey, Corey.
At least. And I don't want you to hide your head in the picture. I need to see you. I got a lot of pictures with a neck up, goddammit. Be special.
But you're not saying.
Add your head.
You're not saying saying every single.
You gotta do video,
Wait
man.
a second. Wait.
Videos too, but it take up a lot of space on my phone.
What if somebody said, so you're not turning that? What if somebody said, you're not going to do that for everybody, right? What if somebody said it that is not a woman that you would think, oh, that's somebody that I would actually get with or what have you. Let's just say somebody you know that's a friend to somebody, and they said, hey, Corey, I know because you have whatever excess money, more so than the typical average person. Can I, look at this face.
I ain't got no money.
Wait a second.
But go ahead.
But you know what I mean.
I can find ways to help you.
Okay, you know what I mean. And what if they said, okay, I seriously would love to borrow some and have interest. What if I paid you back? Would you be able to help me out in that pinch?
I don't want you to
Would it always be?
send me. I want you to make sure you hear this, D.
What
Because there's a lot of women out here who, I don't lend money to bitches.
Why it gotta be bitches? What if it's just somebody's mama or
A bitch who
somebody's
borrowed money from a man that she don't know.
Wow, somebody's
What do you think you are?
wow.
If you're borrowing money from a man, it's not your father, it's not your brother, it's not your son.
Could be
But
somebody's.
What are you? You're an aggressive bitch asking a man you don't know for money. You
What if they
got
do
to
know you?
give him the only thing you have to give to make the transaction respectable. Because I'm not going to be answering the phone with some woman talking about, okay, so where do I send the money? Get the fuck out of here. Fuck off. Put it in your son's pocket.
Yes.
I lent this bitch $300 one day because I knew it would make her get the fuck away from me. I lent a bitch $300. She kept begging for $300. I gave her the $300 and I ain't heard from the bitch until Gooch had the bitch on the phone one day.
Oh wow.
And when I saw it with Gooch, I was like, oh yeah, bitch, I knew you wasn't about shit. If Gooch got you, it's been one. If Gooch got you, it's been one, bitch.
Somebody really said, if you're a loan shark, sure, it's all good.
That's right.
I tried.
I'm not a loan shark. I don't want to get paid back from no bitch. I don't want nothing from you.
I was just curious.
But what I asked for.
Wondering if he did that with every single person, if that did happen. You know what I'm saying? Let's just say somebody I don't know that knew you had
A man could pay me
somebody's
back.
sister.
Can't no bitch do shit but give up what I asked for what you need.
Oh, so she can have her brother.
But here's the thing, though. That's a great, wise way, because if she turns it down but continues to come around, then that says really who she is. That really,
most of the time when they can't work you, they don't come around no more.
yeah, but when they keep trying, that speaks to their character. Because
saying
you're
she
letting
got
me
some-
know it's for sale, but you just haven't decided on the cost yet.
No.
Oh,
not
yeah, I mean, a
necessarily.
real
What
one.
if she just didn't want to do that for money?
Well, I mean, a real woman, once a man makes an offer like that, she's not going to put herself in a
Oh, that is
position,
true. No, I
in that type of position
You're right.
over and
You're
over.
right.
So that lets me know that you don't
that's
really have
good.
I
integrity.
think a real woman who wants to maintain a friendship with a real man is going to do what she has to do to maintain that friendship. Your vagina is your bargaining chips in most of the situation. Every once in a while, you meet a girl that's worth something besides her vagina. Every once in a while.
That's funny. Dude.
But
We all know how it goes. Like, we done seen girls up at a job. After I talk to you for 5 minutes, I know if you ain't finna fuck me, you finna fuck somebody up here and act like they did something to you.
100%. But the thing is this, Corey, we in the talent business, right?
Yeah.
So you in your heart know if you don't really have the talent to be asking for some of the things you're asking
Oh,
for.
Jesus.
That's deep.
So what I do know about me, this one thing that I recognize in you that I know is in me, you're a talent whore. If somebody really has talent and is really dope, whether they're male or female, regardless of what rules you apply to the regular motherfuckers, when somebody is special, you're going to make concessions and look out, because that's a part of getting your blessings in this game, is helping those along that you can that really are bringing something to the table. You know what I mean? Whether male, and I done seen it. I done seen you do it with, some very talented females. So if your talent don't equal what you offering,
Gotta be something else.
it's
right.
got, and you're in denial if you
They
think
said Corey
otherwise.
got Forrest Whitaker. It's a little style in my eye, man. What the fuck I'm gonna do?
He got the Dayquil and the NyQuil going on.
Hey, on my
But
butt.
no, what you said, Craig, I hear you. It's like this, man. I think I'm fair. You shouldn't ask people for shit if you're not willing to give something. Especially if you ask people for something more than once. If somebody in a hole one time, I want to make sure this is out there. Somebody in a hole one time, I think you should help your brothers and sisters. But if somebody is consistently in a hole, you consistently have to sacrifice your hole.
You're continuously asking for the same thing.
If you're a woman, your hole is your transaction.
I forget the guy's name earlier.
What the fuck do you think you're going to keep getting without giving? How does that happen? I would tell my daughter, anybody who's close to me, if you ask that man for something, he's going to ask you for something. So if you're not ready to get it, get away from that man and try to go get shit on your own, or a man you willing to deal with like that. Let me tell you something. A woman who lives with her man, that's her job. She honors that man. She takes care of that man. And there's nothing to be ashamed of with that. That man is really expected to hold her down. But see, a bitch that's in the game and trying to take from a man, that's a foul motherfucker. What do I mean when I say a woman that's in the game? If a bitch gotta be seen, that's not a bitch to be a with. Let me say it in layman's terms. If you're around a woman who needs attention, who needs to be in the spotlight, that's not the one to build with, brother. There's no way a woman who has the urge to be in the spotlight is going to be able to do what she needs to do as a woman for a man. How do you get a woman to be a good woman if the spotlight is what she's seeking? That woman needs to be by herself, and anything she doesn't get from the spotlight she's seeking, she's supposed to get it on her back. What is wrong with that? It's highly respectable.
I forgot the guy's name, but somebody called it COOCHIE collateral.
COOCHIE collateral.
Some guy said it, I forget his name.
Man, look, I remember one time I was watching this dude, when I said like in 2005 through 2007, I used to run into old boy, the porno dude, Pomper a lot, right? And I remember, is this Brian Pomper?
Yeah, right.
Brother came up to Wildin' Out and was recruiting bitches.
No.
Yeah, he used to have that laptop out showing them.
Yeah. He was recruiting bitches. You think, why do people think that women ain't looking for $1,000?
Right.
Because that's what he used to pay him. $1,000 for the scene.
Oh, he was paying. He wasn't just saying you want to just have sex with me.
I think that was quite respectable of that brother to pay them for their scenes and his DVDs that he used to sell outside of the club.
Oh.
It's not ideal, but the women who got fucked on camera and got some money, it's not ideal, but it's hustle. Now, this is what I didn't like. One girl was on there because he let him say something. She said, "This is my first and last scene." And I was like, "Man, shut the fuck up. You fucking it up. We're not here to talk about your life. We want you to take your clothes off and suck bumpy dick."
Somebody said Corey's eye got too close to the wheel.
Say that again.
Somebody said somebody pooted in your eye.
Somebody pooted in my eye.
Pooted near your eye. Near your eye. Ooh, shit.
I know I went to the doctor
He
about
did
this
come
shit.
from Houston. You know they
I was
have
like,
all
what
that.
is this? Is this a sty?
You know that's the
And the
syphilis
doctor was
capital
like,
of the world, right?
Yeah, you got a pimple on your eye.
Texas, Houston.
Is
Say
it
that again?
Texas is the syphilis capital of the world.
of the world?
Like they make right now, they're like the whole online joke is that because they're all the,
What
like,
is syphilis? I've heard of this. What is